I'm like, huh? It's the side. See me looking like, what? Why does this smell so good? It's Christmas Eve, but it smells great. Not too much. See, we need to just get a bunch of small things like this. So this is what I'll put around the back when I soak. I think I might try soaking with that stuff in the tub too. See how it does. The only thing I'm worried about is like then how would I get what how am I gonna get the stuff out the tub? The rose petals and stuff. I'd rather just buy some roses and put them in my bath water because then you can pick up 12 rose petals versus a whole mix of shit. Let's get it. It's connected, babe.
Gotta go all the way down here just to fucking do that. I say the Wi-Fi signal sucks trying to come this far up here, yo. Like sometimes my PlayStation app will just not connect, yo, and I have to walk down to the second floor to fucking get a connection so I can turn the music off and turn the camera around. You know what, babe? I think I might want to eat before we smoke.
Or smoke then eat.
If I smoke, that'll be extra long. You heat my food up? I'll food up. Play heat my food up.
Would you like a cup or are you just gonna drink out the thing? I don't care. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'd rather if this is all good because put back in the fridge. Because I'll be leaving so many cups up here for days, yo.
Yeah, I know.
Like this, like yeah, coffee. Yeah, that's raggedy as shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this, just stick it in the bottom, and with our big stuff, let's just start sticking it down there because it's too heavy.
I mean, I have that fridge for a while too. I keep thinking about getting a new one.
Any other things? What about that can over there?
That's damn near full though. You have to pour that shit out. It's been sitting there for a couple days.
Anything else?
No.
You wanna give me this trash can to empty?
No, if you open the basement door and look right there where all this shit is at, there's a box of black trash bags. If you bring one of them black trash bags, I just keep one up here and I dump it until the bag gets filled.
You want the fried rice?
No, just let me do mine, and then whatever you have for dinner, I have some of that fried rice with that.
Making fried rice.
All right. Back in the studio, and we back in the studio. And when I get back, I'm gonna roll me a backwood. You know why? Because I'm back in the studio. I'm back in the studio. And when I get back, I'ma roll me a backwood. When I get back, I'ma roll me a backwood. Back in the studio. I'm back in the studio. And when I get back, I'ma roll me a backwood. Yeah. When I get back, I'ma roll me a backwood. Back in the studio. I think that's a hit somewhere in there, guys. You know? You just gotta flesh it out some more. Bring it to life. What up, though? What time is it? It's like 11. Is it almost 11:30? So I was in here for a minute this morning already, like 5, 6, no, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Some dumb shit. Might need to take a nap today. Gotta take the dog for a walk later. Oh wow. Mm-hmm. Yo, these fucking backwards are dry as shit, son. I ain't got no spit for these motherfuckers, bro. Goddamn.
Move it, Susie. The vitamin shop. That's the first time I've seen that. On Monday Street.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this girl. Why they keep hyping her up? This girl went to school with
Neutrogena?
Neutrogena. She can't help it. She can't even help it. She can't even help it. I ain't even gonna talk about it. She just can't help it. But I'm just like, you know how people pretend to be your friend and they post you and be like, "Go girl." They just trolling this girl so bad right now. Cause look at this makeup. Ain't nobody coming to see that. Why y'all keep doing that to
She
that
might
girl?
blend it in. She might get it right.
She better.
You know what I'm saying? Phase 1.
Right.
Foundation.
Like, stop messing with that girl. Let her live her best life. I want to put the laughing face so bad, but I can't tell if it's a joke or if it's serious. What you need, man? Huh? That's kind of hot.
I like the whistle.
Oh, it's not connected to the bottoms. It's just like a belt thing that's connected. The belt connects to that, and then the underwear is like that.
So it's not the leggings.
The leggings are connected to a belt, but it's like a garter belt. See, it's she has on panties and then she has on a layer.
Oh, okay.
It's just a different version of a garter belt. It's not bad though. They got different ones. $15 for these stocking sets. I still like these the best.
Mm-hmm. Damn, this shit good as fuck, yo. I swear. When my homie came over yesterday, so I treated us out for some lunch. I got some ginger duck. This duck is delicious, man.
Glad you're doing this thing. I hate that when you unsubscribe from something and it's like, okay, it'll be done in 10 to 14 days.
Yeah.
Bitch, it only took 2 seconds for you to subscribe me to your shit, but it take 14 to unsubscribe me from your newsletter.
You gotta get those last 2 weeks of fucking annoying ass emails in there.
Mm-hmm. Please come back, don't leave us. Or when you go to unsubscribe and then it times out and it's like, failure to unsubscribe. Like, alright, I see what y'all doing. And then here, just easy, a one-click unsubscribe. That's simple. People don't want to subscribe to your shit, let them go. Alright. This shit's so fucking fun. That's why I went up to
Valorant is a 5 versus 5 shooter where you'll attack or defend strategic points on the map. Valorant is all about using your abilities and combining them with your lethal gunplay to outplay your opponents. Download it now on playvalorant.com.
So every $20 somebody spends, you're gonna get an extra $3. Good to know.
Don't you worry, the clip's about to begin, but don't forget to subscribe. Or else. Don't make me turn this website around. David in Canada, you're on with just me while we try and get everything sorted.
Hi, I hope I'm audible right now.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
I had a question to both of you actually, but since Andrew's unavailable, that's a bummer. So basically, I am a theist, and I come from outside of America, so I'm just more interested. But it seems like a huge chunk of your and Andrew's activism of state-church separation relates to how USA is illegitimately using the phrase "In God We Trust," right, as its motto.
So, hang on. What do you mean illegitimately?
I presume that the argument is that this violates state-church separation.
I don't remember the last time I spent any time talking about the national motto being "In God We Trust." As a matter of fact, some of the atheists who were to get it removed, I thought they were risking setting bad legal precedent. But yes, if you're asking, my view is very clear. The model of the United States, a secular government, which is not in any way Christian or otherwise religious, should not be "In God We Trust," because that's not true and not representative of a good portion of American citizens.
Okay, but here's what I
see if this is
understand,
better.
right? And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not American and I've never been to America, but America basically, the secularism is that the government should make no laws respecting the establishment of religion. Now, that's completely different when we're talking about an idea like theism, right? Because theism isn't a religion.
Watch him go,
I understand why you would make such a stupid argument, right? Because it seems like religion and theism are not the same thing.
Yeah. But my question is, how many different ways did you try to spell it before you realized, I gotta say this shit one letter at a time because he has the shit blocked? That's how I know you ain't got shit else to do. I'm just sit here and type out.
But if you the M word with the ER, don't that make him a nigga lover?
Mm-hmm.
How about it?
He's a nigga lover.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since '83.
Ha!
You know what I'm saying?
First time you watched your wife get fucked by a black man because you couldn't do the job.
It's called cockling. With this BBC. Don't be so jealous, bro. We'll be alright. This motherfucker said nigger. It wouldn't go through. Let me see.
I was about to say, let me take a picture of this shit.
No, I can see how many times he tried to enter it in before he actually decided, like, oh, it's not gonna go through unless I do it like this. Oh no, he just went straight to the capital letters from the rip.
He knows because he do this shit all the time.
Mm-hmm. We'd be alright though. I mean, just because you sad and lonely, you ain't gotta lash out at me, bro. I'm here for you, man. This is art and education, man. I try to help people like you see the error in your ways. For the simple fact that you have taken it upon yourself throughout your free will to come in my stream and just view me, my presence. You know what I'm saying? To look upon my face and to stay in here long enough to engage in some form of interactive conversation, which you took time and energy out on your part to pick up your controller or your remote or keyboard or whatever device and actually punch all these keystrokes in just to get my attention. That's how much you love niggers. That's how much you want me to acknowledge your existence. Look, bro, you are a person and you are important. You don't need me to validate your existence, bro. You don't need a strong alpha male of the dominant racial group to give you approval to be who you are. You can just be who you are, in your skin, man. You ain't got to come in here and get validated. Seek my reflection. I was waiting on you yesterday. I was in here for 6 hours yesterday. Not one troll. Where you was at then? I was in here for 6 hours. I've been here for 30 minutes. He pop up all early and shit. Want to be the first one to make a comment. I just swear down I look like Snoop for some reason.
Snoop Dogg?
I get that all the time.
What the fuck?
I don't see it.
I don't see it. Not the same color. He wears braids. He don't have dreads. Y'all both skinny, but you're muscular.
Motherfucker say that shit all the time.
West Coast, East Coast?
Ain't no Snoop Dogg to paint.
Damn. That's funny as hell.
Hope you had a good Christmas. Oh, I don't celebrate pagan European holidays. I mean, call me conscious if you want or whatever, but so no, I didn't actually have a happy Christmas or a Merry Christmas or whatever. I just had a Friday. It was Friday. But back to this EPB, What that stand for, bro? You still in here? I could have, I could like ban your comments and kick you out my stream, but I find individuals like you quite fascinating and interesting to say the least. So what's the anagram for? And you was born in '83? Damn, bro. Were you like 35? 37 or some shit? You acting like that? Nigga, you's a bum. How you born in the 80s and act like that?
At least you know how to spell, babe.
Yeah.
You learned something in life.
Yeah. Nico.
Oh.
Hashtag.
I'm feeling slow.
Hashtag Nico.
Hey, yo.
He said, fuck that. I'm gonna show you how smart I am. I'm gonna find a way to spell that shit.
I'll show you different ways to say it. Nigger and Nico.
Nico. Nico.
Hey, yo. No, I had to take pictures of that shit.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of funny, yeah. I'm laughing at you, not with you, though.
Just so you know.
Yeah, there's a difference. But you better block everything. Block everything for what? See, what you fail to realize is you think I'm your entertainment, but you're my entertainment because we ain't had shit else to do. It's like, let's go stream, see what's popping. Then we get a fucking dumbass like you, and it just puts a little smile on my face.
Let's see.
He's a troll who got nothing for
This
Christmas.
is the same person who just plays videos and streams this on his page all day long. That's all he has. No pictures of himself. No nothing. Just him playing some racing games and some shit with some dogs.
Yeah.
So definitely a troll. Oh yeah, we're going through your profile right now, bro.
He's about block everything. You know, ever since that George Floyd shit, when PlayStation started putting out everything saying like Black Lives Matter on all the major AAA video games and saying that this platform will not be a place for racism or racist ideologies. So I can get your PlayStation account banned. You talking about block everything. All I gotta do is send this to fucking Sony.
And then this is him doing a bunch of videos where he's putting his face. Okay, yeah, that's a middle-aged white dude putting his face on a woman's body. So clearly he's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Hold on. You want to show them this? Do you want to show them this? Which one do we want to see? This one? That one?
He's a faggot. Yo, who does that? Who puts their face on a girl's body? Okay, when it's don't hit it on my channel. That motherfucker is a faggot.
You talking about him go tickle his clit. You just mad because you got an oversized clit. Poor excuse for a penis. I mean, you're literally here in your page on a bra. All y'all have to do, just type in his name, y'all. Just go on YouTube and look at his channel. He's literally has his face of him in a bra. Oh, and he's obsessed with black people too, apparently. He's too old to be doing this.
Yeah, he has no, people like that ain't got no life, yo.
Oh my god, he really made himself a woman.
That's some faggot ass shit, yo. This motherfucker is goddamn
dancing to fucking
yo,
Katy Perry and Shakira.
He's putting his face on female bodies.
I mean, whole bras and shit. He's the perfect cyberpunk.
This motherfucker a tranny.
Right. I can be my real self on the internet.
Oh my god, this motherfucker is a tranny.
Can't be myself in my mom's basement.
Yo, Cash, what up, yo?
I don't know why motherfuckers come up in this channel thinking they could do some shit, man. What? Got the ammo.
You got 83, motherfucker. You like you was born in 73, nigga.
Right.
How you look 10 years older than what you is, man? Damn. That middle-aged balding pattern set in real quick, didn't it? And the funny thing is, I was born in 81. How I look so much younger than you? Yo, how I was born in 81. How come I look younger than you do? And I still got a full head of hair.
I know you not talk about nobody's forehead.
Yeah, I got a full head of hair, bro. And I don't put my face on female bodies. I don't fucking deep fake myself. I'm a deep fake myself onto a female body.
I wonder how it feels to wake up every day and hate yourself.
And some lingerie. I know how you really envision yourself when you look in the mirror. You don't want to be some fat, overweight, sloppy, micro dick white dude. You want to be a hot Spanish Latina. This motherfucker want to be a hot Spanish Latina.
And the fact that nobody watches your shit lets you know that you're a fucking clown.
I swear, yo. You'll be alright, man.
Oh no, he's not 10. This motherfucker is about. Jay Boozy, just go look up the motherfucker. EPB, just go look up their YouTube channel.
Yeah, this dude coming here with the straight capital letter nigger. That's how he just wanted to start that shit off, bro.
And then we go to his page, and he puts his face on these women's bodies with tits and shit, and he's dancing and shit because he really wants to be a woman. So
they had his pickup last night. That's why he mad. You trying to troll somebody else because motherfuckers was trolling the shit out of you, bro. You be alright, man. We all know you ain't got no life, bro.
Yeah, because you got that old school ass bubble TV stuff.
The only thing that was funny was that Nicole. That you got down.
Now you showing your talents. You can spell a little bit. You can make up some shit.
Yeah, but everything else, bro, your ha-has is wearing out, man. Come on, man.
I mean, you literally put your bald, white-ass head in a fucking pineapple. Like, what are you doing right now?
This nigga's stupid.
Look like a fucking uncooked turkey.
You be alright, Mr. Baloney. Motherfucker smell like baloney.
And the motherfucker playing something called Diva Ball. Yeah, you a faggot for real.
No, man, you giving off some questionable vibes. Damn, giving off some questionable vibes over here, bruh. It's all good, though. You ain't had lunch yet? Huh? When we, motherfucker probably go smoke a cock for lunch. Your whole self got me in tears, bruh. Just the thought of you as a person. You know what I'm saying? That, people like you are out there.
Is your name Caitlin or is your name Bruce? I was just trying to figure it out.
All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Watch yourself now, cause they more people coming in the room. I try to get everybody heads up, cause it ain't gonna be me, cause I like talking to stupid people like you. It amuses me. But I got some mods in here, man, with some hatchets and swords and axes and guillotines, and they chop motherfuckers quick. So watch what you say. He's smoking a pole, bro. motherfucker cock smoker. I'm telling you. Motherfucker goddamn cock smoker, man. It's all good, bro. That forehead needs a Kickstarter, my dude. All these comedians out of work. This dude's still trying to be funny. After I didn't like blow up and turn into like some tyrannical subhuman Neanderthal when he called me a nigger. Like I'm supposed to just be like, oh, fuck you, cracker. Man, that shit funny as hell, bro. And now that your first ploy didn't work because you see that I'm clearly unfazed by that shit. now you're just sitting here reaching and reaching and reaching and reaching because you have shit else left, bro.
But you know what's crazy? The biggest audience that you've ever had has been right here on this show. So you should congratulate yourself.
Yeah, you know, you motherfuckers know who you are now, dude. You good. See, if you would have did it in reverse and you would have like, you know, like did the forehead jokes and then, you know, maybe like, oh, well, fuck you, nigger. And then you see, you could have built up to that dramatic climax. You did it backwards, man. So you blew all your steam in the beginning. You know, so you blew all the steam in the beginning. Now you just left out here with your pants down, your micro dick hanging out. You know.
Yeah, why do you hate black people? That's a good question.
How you got my attention? You came in my stream, bro. You came in my stream. I got your attention. You came in my stream and typed in nigger in capital letters. Oh, I didn't notice any of that. I got your attention. Oh my god. My stream got your attention, bro, because I'm not the only person streaming right now. You don't have to be watching this right now. Nobody has a gun to your head. You can literally be doing anything else you want to, but you have nothing else in your entire life more important than me right now. Think about that.
How about it?
Yeah, I'm the most important thing you have in your life right now, bro. Because I didn't come in here for you, but you came into my stream for me. You came here specifically for this shit. You could have zoomed past this and watched some other stream or turned on YouTube or turned on your little racing game or whatever you wanted to play. But you can't do that shit. You know why? Because you're captivated by this shit.
More than your diva balls.
By a black dude who didn't get upset when you said, nigga, I just laughed that shit off, bro. That shit confuses you, don't it?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers confused as shit right now. But you'll be alright though, homie. You know what I'm saying? You will be alright. I win. He come in my stream. So you browsing through all these streams and you seen some shit that said art and education and you seen me sitting here. That got your attention. That's why you clicked on this shit. So you think about it. I wonder who this black guy is with the long hair. Check his shit out. Yeah. You'll be alright, bro. Well, what up, everybody else in the stream? I got a couple more weeks before I go back to work, so soak up these last few days. Try to spend as much time in the studio as I can. Work on these beautiful masterpieces, you know, and try to have some shit ready for the new year. Because you know, February be my month. I gotta show out in February, so I gotta make sure I got some new art ready, which is mostly done. I gotta varnish one more piece, and well, I gotta varnish 2 pieces, and so I have 3 new paintings to display for February, plus the other shit I'm working on that hopefully I can get these done like by springtime, have all this shit done and working on a whole nother set of shit. So say do like, if I can get 1 done a month, we in there making good pace, good progress. You done, EP? Nah, you finished? All right. Hope I ain't run you up out of here, because like I say, this is art and education. You can stand and learn something, you ignorant bastards. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call you racist because it's obvious. So I hate to be Captain Obvious. I could say you racist bastard, but it might not be obvious how ignorant you are. So I just want to emphasize that point. You booted him, he gone? Damn, Boozy. See, I told you. He's still sitting in here though. He just can't talk. He mad. And he talking about, boy, you better delete everything, which means he probably got some other dumbass account. He gonna come in here with some other name just because He missed us already. Motherfucker missed us already. I'm like, damn, I really can't say nigga no more. Fuck. Nicole. That was a good one though, EP. That was good. My motherfucker said I will put a Q in that bitch.
Watch me say it all in one saying. I don't have to spell it out letter by letter. That motherfucker was pressy as shit. Yo.
Hard as fuck, yo. So hard. I know it. I know.
It definitely ain't the reaction he thought he was gonna get either.
No, they never do. Like when I love this Trump 2020. Like 4 or 5 people in the country were like Trump 2020. Like, awesome, bro. You on the same side? Cool. Way to go. You know what I'm saying?
Then his next thing was, why don't you paint white people? What about white struggle?
Oh my God.
All right, bro. Now you reaching for real.
The white struggle? Really? What's that?
Oh God.
Can't. They put the wrong flavor latte in my coffee.
There's no pumpkin spice.
What?
God.
They're out of tofu.
Hey yo, not tofu scramble.
The white struggle. Not, hey, it's just jokes. You know what I'm saying? Obvious jokes, though. You know what I'm saying? People just different, culturally.
Look,
different,
we
you know
all
what I'm saying?
struggle. We ain't saying that,
You know what
but
I'm saying?
motherfuckers just be trying to reach.
You know, the white struggle.
We all finna die once we get this vaccine.
The white man struggle is real. Yeah.
Losing
He got
no power.
honestly, he got the hardest struggle, yo. 10% of the population got to control 90%, yo. That shit hard as shit, nigga. As soon as that 90% realize, yo, we got more power, then they a rap. That struggle hard trying to stay on top. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers bomb, poison, assassinate, shit. You know what I'm saying? White struggle hard as shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what comes with being the dominant race, though. That struggle to stay dominant, to stay having a perception of dominance is the hardest thing. There ain't nobody dominant over other people. We just have been tricked into believing that shit. So, I mean, if you want to get real deep, there is some white struggle. You know what I'm saying? But the average white person, shit, they just trying to figure out which FPS they gonna use in they goddamn sunscreen. Is this 10 or 14 high enough? Need some blockers. You know?
Gonna burn out here.
So, we just talking bullshit. What y'all getting into, man? What's up for the day? What is listen to? Some Matt Dillon, honey. Might find something else to listen to. I might stroke on this canvas a little bit because really, honestly, what's left on there, I'm just gonna fill that shit all brown because it's on a wood grain floor. So I'm gonna just start out with a dark brown base, so I can just block all that shit, or you can block all that shit in brown if you want to. Like everything.
You be reading my mind sometimes. I have my eyes lit up over here, like, well, it's just feeling some shit.
Yeah, everything else is gonna be brown except.
Yes, we saw that video.
Yo, not everybody got like I see this one picture of it was like a gun holster, but it was a can of Twisted Tea in that shit.
Yeah.
Yo.
I wonder if Twisted Tea sales done went up since that shit.
Yo, it did. I seen another. It was like a cartoon, like a real simple cartoon of like somebody. It was a Klansman on the ground and somebody swinging like this, but they replaced whatever it was with a fucking can of Twisted Tea. Talk about make racists scared again.
Hey
yo, that shit was
they
crazy.
need to get that dude who smacked that dude. They need to give him some type of commercial because I know their sales went up.
That's
all people talking about is Twisted Tea.
Yeah, he ain't got to have no lines. He ain't got to say nothing. He just Twisted Tea, and he just
Twisted
pop a
tea.
can.
Pow.
And he fucking takes a sip of that shit and shows a logo or some shit.
No,
yo.
then he gets his superpowers.
Yo, like, this motherfucker go Super Saiyan on their ass.
Only works for black people though.
Yeah, he's like, dude was like, what, you gonna hit me with the can? He held that shit, he dropped it. He thought about it, man. He picked that can up and he said, you know what? I am about to hit this nigga with this can. Bam! I told you don't call me nigga again. Yo. So funny.
He deserved that shit.
So it was so funny, yo. And that's the ultimate question too for some white people. Like, why do you want to use the word? Why?
Just because somebody told them they can't say it. That's it. Ain't no other reason.
That shit cool as fuck, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
You just love that shit. How cool that shit sound. Just flow off the tongue. It got several meanings and connotations depending on the context and the tone in which you say the word. Nigga.
Right.
You know, and if you're a part of that community, my nigga, you know, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up. And there's certain ways you can say that shit to mean all kind of different shit. You know, it can be an enemy or a comrade. You know, it can be a person or a thing. And you know, once again, my argument with the word is we're the only ethnic group that has taken a negative slur, a derogatory term, and have transformed it into something else that we can use and feel comfortable with amongst ourselves, where it can be derogatory or it can't, or it's not necessary. It can be a positive thing, and we change the spelling and the enunciation or pronunciation of it, and we can use it in different contexts if we feel or choose to. Whereas other ethnic groups, everyone has a racial or derogatory slur to define ethnic groups, but no one else has been able to take their
Right.
negative words and transform it the same way that the African community has. No white people go around with "What's up, my cracker?" "What's
But
up,
that's
my
the
chink?"
thing.
or
They could
whatever.
they could call themselves honkies if they wanted to. They
Yeah.
don't. Most white people hate to be called a honky, yo.
But the same, like, we just made it cool, you know, and it's weird, and it's a weird thing, and I still struggle with the word because I can't imagine like Dr. King and Malcolm X having the conversation and feeling comfortable calling each other that, even the way we use it, you know what I'm saying? And so it's it's something that shows our creativity and our ownership of this word, and using it in a different way, and redefining the word for ourselves, and we can't even keep that. And once we were able to do that and kind of make it sound cool, and you know, and use that in our vernacular, in our slang, now everybody else want to use it because you're not creative enough to do it your fucking selves with your own words. So don't take our shit, yo. Like, niggas can't have shit for them fucking selves, yo. So no, if you're not black, you can't use that shit, yo, at all. You shouldn't. You shouldn't even want to use it. Exactly. We took that shit. Now that shit ours, yo. We own that shit. You can have the version, but don't let me hear you say it, cause we don't want that shit. We got it. We got A or AH or however the fuck we want to spell that shit, and we know what it means when we use that shit amongst ourselves. And so white dude in there, whatever, nigga, nigga, motherfucker, slap the shit out of him with that T. That shit exploded. You know what I'm saying? Some people just not gonna go for that shit. Right? And like when I was on the game, and the two kids were in there talking that shit, and I told them, I said, you know, you wouldn't say that shit in front of a strange black person you don't know. You just would. I'm black. You not black. Stop playing. You wouldn't say that shit because you know what'll happen. Somebody gonna smack you in your fucking face because everybody ain't gonna play that shit, yo. It's disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's why dude come in here and spelt that shit out letter by letter, just so you know what I'm saying. Oh my god.
He didn't think motherfuckers would go look at his page and troll his ass back.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
Pulled his ass up real fucking quick.
Like, what's the whole point of any of that shit, dude?
Right, like, what's wrong with you, bro?
You know what I'm saying? It's barely lunchtime yet, man. He had that big ass bowl of cornflakes with a glass of hate juice. And now he think he's something. Let me try to get this palette set up to us. Motherfuckers be bugging. But that's it, like I say, Motherfucker come and think I'm in here by myself. I got all kind of mods in this stream, bitch.
Got people in the room, out the room.
Yeah, you better watch yourself. What the fuck you say? Everybody could shit. I let it ride longer than they would. I'm looking for. I've been boot his ass. Oh, my bad. So I go let him ride out a little bit longer. Hey, my homies don't be playing that shit, man. Shit. Shit. Let you get uncommented too. Oh, that's how you going? Oh no, we don't need you in here.
Bye.
No, we don't need you in here. He wasn't even in here in the beginning. He's like, what the fuck I come into? Oh hell no. Get him out of here.
No time wasted.
Damn. Yeah, hey, the boys don't play that shit, man. All that dumbass, racist, trolling ass shit, man. Don't play that shit, bro.
At all.
I got about 5 minds too. At any given time, you don't know who in the stream watching that shit. I say it's just weird to even like out of this, because we were watching other people's streams the other day, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say who's streaming whatever, but I was talking shit about the motherfucker who was streaming. But I ain't go in the comments.
I remember Chima.
Yeah, I ain't go in the comments and be like, oh nigga, you dumb for the even streaming this, blah 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 blah. Like who you what? I was like, and to myself, I was like, well, this is kind of weird. You even doing this? Like, all right, and I just changed the stream and watch a different stream.
Period.
You know. And watch some other stream, the dude in the studio and shit. You know, we watch a couple different streams, but that's what I'm saying. I got your attention, bro. You came in my stream. How did you get my attention? You know what I'm saying? Nobody begging you to come in here on me.
Right.
You go in somebody's stream and then talk shit about them. They ain't forcing you to watch their shit. You don't like what they doing? Change the fucking channel. You don't agree with what they saying? Change the channel.
But somebody like that just saying the N word online, that's somebody who would never say it to somebody in person.
Exactly. That's the only.
But that's where you fucked up at, is because you did that shit, and I went to your YouTube page, and I know what you look like. Now, if I went and did a reverse Google search or on the images, I could find every single place that you have that picture on the net, and then I could go and find your social media, and then from there find your social media, find where the fuck you work at, and let them know you're racist. See, I'm past that point in my life of doing that to people, but I have made people lose their job for that shit in the past. A couple people. That literally, I made a post and that shit started fucking trending, and people really just start calling. Like, I don't gotta call personally. All I gotta do is make the post, and motherfuckers gonna call. So it's like, you really need to be careful when you doing some dumb shit, because you never know who you fucking with. I don't got the energy to fuck with people no more. I just let them be them. But if I wanted to be petty, motherfucker, I will find your employer and let them know that you like to say the M word with the ER on the end.
I disrespected you a little bit. How I do that?
Is Thomas white or something?
I don't know. A little bit. Don't take it to heart, bro. I love all my viewers too. You know what I'm saying? So don't take it to heart. I got strong opinions. That's all it is. I got strong opinions, and I try to be funny sometimes. So my opinions get mixed up in some jokes. That don't mean I'm directly disrespecting nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't like when I talk about white people? You're a white person. I can't help that, man. Yeah, I paint with a broad brush sometimes. Everybody don't always fit in the categories, but on a broader scale, you know what I'm saying? Everybody fit in some categories. But we'll pray for them. Understand that every soul is equal.
There ain't no black people coming up in here.
I think every soul. First of all, we got to prove the soul thing and all that. I'm not really sold on the. All right, bro. I appreciate the apology, man. I be streaming every day so much, bro. I mean, from one day to the next, I'm already done with that last stream. So I honestly can't remember like whatever confrontation we had or disagreement we had or misunderstanding we had. Yo, I accept your apology. Thanks for coming back to the stream or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? If you felt like I disrespected you, hey man, take that shit with a grain of salt, man. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it wasn't so bad that you know unsubscribe to the channel or whatever. But every soul is not the same. I think every person has the same potential if given the same opportunities. Now, if that's a soul, you know, if there's you talk about soul and all that shit, man. Oh, I mean it too, sir. Oh yeah, I mean it too. You know what I'm saying? Me and some other dude was just talking about, art is everybody the same? Like murderers, and should everybody get a chance to go to heaven? Or
Well, I mean, what's heaven? What's heaven?
and what's heaven and hell exactly?
But does everybody deserve a fair chance at life? Yes.
Yeah.
But if they do something bad, I don't know. It's like, it's hard to say. Imagine a little boy who grows up to be a crazy person, but since the time he was 5 years old or 7 or 8, 10 years old, he had to fend for himself, and you know what I mean. He never learned anything, and he's been fucked up. And yes, you know right from wrong, but
that's what I say. Everybody has the same potential if given the same opportunities. Yo, that's it.
But again, it depends on the age. Like psychology, which is still a science. Like, how long does it take for even for y'all who take longer to develop than the women do? How long does it take before a man's brain is fully developed?
Yeah.
And just like, okay, I'm not a killer. I'm not just gonna walk around shooting people, but I know that like if I'm fighting somebody and we're all out just going at it. I'm not fighting just to fight. Like, I will black out to the point that I could kill you. And so if I'm fighting somebody because they hit me first and I whoop their ass until they fucking die, should I go to jail for murder?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they hit me first and it was self-defense, but then think about like, okay, I'm from Maryland. We don't really have any self-defense. So basically in Maryland, you gotta let a motherfucker damn near kill you, or you gotta run away or call the cops, whatever. You have to prove that you ran away first. I'm not doing that shit. So now I gotta go to jail for murder and I don't get a fair chance at life because I killed somebody who was up in my shit. So it's like, I think everything is situational.
And that's it. Like,
but like, no, like if you just came home and like you robbed and killed an old lady and you just came home from that shit and then you come home and you've raped somebody or something, and that's the other thing. If you're a rapist, child molester, serial bomber, serial killer, something like that, there's no fixing you. That's already proven. Those motherfuckers, you cannot do nothing to help them. So I'm not saying that I'm God and that they should die, but motherfuckers
I say
like
they should die.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they should die, but they should die.
They should die. And then it's like, oh, well, they gonna go to hell. Like, there is no hell. Well, even for rapists, like, no, you just kill this motherfucker in the city. He's just dead. Ain't no more punishment other than
I mean,
death,
if that's what makes people sleep better at night, then yeah, he
went to hell with
he
all
went
the
to,
other
he went
rapists.
to the rapist hell.
Yeah. Rapist hell.
He went to the fiery.
The specific hell.
Yeah, no pass for child molesters.
At all.
So that's what I'm saying, like a motherfucker like that, but like, you know, a young boy that's 19 years old and he thought he could go rob some shit and the shit goes bad, somebody shoots at him, he shoots back, somebody dies. Should he have to learn from his mistakes? Yes, because you can't just walk around killing people. But again, where's the rehabilitation with the prison system? So it's just like, I do believe that people should be punished for certain crimes and that everybody should be held accountable and we all got an equal chance, but at the same time, you are a product of your environment. Like, just like if you have two twins and you split them and you put them in two different environments, they're going to have two different personality types, right? They've done the study time and time again, or splitting siblings. And, you know, they have basically, they're in different environments and they just have completely different personality types and everything about them because it's what they know. So it's like, no, it's not acceptable to just be out here robbing, but think about a young boy who maybe his father is a gangbanger and his father makes him join the gang when he's 13 years old. So even though he knows it's wrong, his mentality is different than ours. And you gotta realize that when you at your lower version of yourself, you ain't even thinking about next week. You think about today and the next day. So it's like, again, how do you, where's the cutoff? It's like, do you cut it off at 18? Do you cut it off at 21? Who gets a chance for what? And I feel like nonviolent offenders, like, they should definitely get a chance. And I feel like if you have a non-violent offense that wasn't that bad, that shit should not be on your record. Nature versus nurture, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like we should all be held accountable. Yes, we're all equal. Yes, we all are a blank slate, so to speak, when we're born, whatever. But at the same time, I know I was raised right. I got a lot of do right in me. And I know, like, my father got a rack of kids, and I don't know how my other siblings grew up at home with their mothers. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, even from personal experience.
Yeah.
So it's like, where the fuck is the cutoff? But either way, motherfuckers are gonna get locked up. So that's, I mean, that's that. But is every soul equal? I think at birth we are. But is life fair? Hell no.
But once again, certain people have more opportunities. Motherfuckers wouldn't be gangbangers and robbing and shoot motherfuckers if they had different opportunities
Right.
to pursue. You know what I'm saying? Some people are
Right.
just.
And then it comes down to, again, nature, nurture, your opportunities, your environment, and all of that.
That's why I say reparations, yo. An ass of money will cure a lot of shit, yo. Motherfuckers have bread. You ain't got to go out robbing and gang banging. Motherfuckers forget about that shit
The only
instantaneously.
thing about the motherfuckers who've been through some shit, they got more of a hustle and a job, and it's easier for them to adapt. Like, if the world was to end today, the 1% of America would not know what the fuck to do. They wouldn't know what to do when your money is no longer good and you don't got butlers and maids and security guards and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So like the people at the bottom who have actually been through something, they know what it is. And like for me, we were, like my mom, we never got like food stamps or anything. Like she made just a little bit too much to get food stamps, but she was raising 3 kids by herself, working 2-3 jobs at a fucking time. And I went to public school, and I turned out just fine. And I finished and got my, my diplomas and my certifications and all of that shit. I finished, and I went to public school. But it's a lot of public schools that got shitty ass educations. And like I'm from Maryland, so if you look at Maryland, the statistics for Baltimore City, how many times the fucking schools are closed in the wintertime because it's too cold and they don't have heat, or in the summertime the schools are closed because there's no air conditioning. Or I know y'all remember like when Bush came up with that No Child Left Behind program, and for the past 5 or 10 years they've just been like basically passing the kids along without even making, you know what I mean? If they're failing their test, they're just helping them pass.
That shit crazy. Went from fucking Head Start to No Child Left Behind.
And that's what I'm saying. And Maryland is like one of the best places for education, but they're also one of the worst because it's right there by DC, and they just be on that pushing people right the fuck through. So it's just like, yo, throw the whole system away.
Yeah.
So do we all have the opportunity to be equal? Yes, but are the opportunities equal? No. So it's like a yes and a no question, or a yes and no answer.
Motherfuckers want to make you think you got the same opportunities as everybody else, yo.
I swear, just like they tell you that you can be anything you want to be, and you can, but like, I don't know, say I wanted to be a dermatologist, for example. Do I really want to go in debt, like $500,000 and go to school for 12 years? Because I ain't got no mommy daddy money to pay for my school. And financial aid only giving about $5,000 a year, if that. So it's like,
You can be whatever you want to be if it's in your budget.
Exactly.
Or enough people like you enough to give you grants and help you along. But then you got to know the right fucking people.
Yeah.
So, whatever, yo. Yo, work hard, strive the best you can, yo. Take every opportunity that comes across your path and just hustle day in and day out.
I just thought about something.
Everybody ain't gonna be a millionaire, but everybody ain't gotta be poor and broke either.
So I feel like one day it'll be equal. And again, I always say this, like, it would be great to get reparations, but if nothing else, like, what's something that people could do today, all the rich people in the world, if they could just give a couple fucking dollars, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Man.
I feel like it's all about how much you want that shit to. Like, I know that I want, and I don't even have kids myself yet, but like even just my nieces and my nephews and my little cousins and my family, I want them to be set up. So I know that I gotta do what I have to do regardless. No matter how many odds they stack against you, you just gotta look at that shit like it's a game, and I gotta master this level real quick so I can get to the next step. All right, what can I do to make money now so that I can take this money and invest this shit in 5 or 10 years and watch that shit grow and be passive?
Yeah.
No, it definitely doesn't come knocking. You gotta go look for that shit. I
Or you
swear.
gotta make your own opportunities. I mean, now with the digital age, yo, like
There are
everybody can do
opportunities.
almost everything. You just gotta, they say, have that fucking drive, yo.
Good day, dynamic duo.
And the thing is too, is like just keeping that
Good day,
circle,
Tyson.
keeping that circle of people, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's all about who you around. You are a combination of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I say that all the time. If you hang around 5 doctors more than anybody else, then you're probably a fucking doctor. And if the 5 people you hang around more than anybody else are strippers, then you're probably a fucking stripper. You know? And that's just how that shit is, yo. You know, so keep your circle tight and stay on that path and surround yourself by like-minded people who have like-minded goals, and that's the best we can do, because once again, it's not always what you know, it's who you know.
I swear.
And so
it's not enough to just have talent or smarts or looks or anything.
So I want to be an artist. I want to be a career artist. So I'm not going to always hang around baseball players and be at the gym talking sports and shit like that. That ain't gonna keep me in that circle of people that I need to be around to advance my art career. I need to be in galleries and museums and at universities talking with art professors and art dealers and managers and stuff like that. Like Joe Rogan just had the one guy on there. He was the character designer for SpongeBob, and he started doing
I think his name was Todd White or something.
Yeah, he started doing fine art, like paintings, and this motherfucker selling paintings for $60,000 fucking dollars. Yo, $60,000. That's how I gotta be on some shit like that. What? I'm not a stripper. You might be, bro. You just don't know it yet.
You hang around with cats. Hey, we just were watching something on cats, and they were saying how cats can see spirits and souls and how they're just tapped in. So
yeah, we watched this movie twice in 2 days, yo. If y'all guys haven't seen Doctor Sleep, apparently it's like a sequel to The Shining. The shit is good as fuck, yo. It's so good. It's yo. I don't be talking about movies like that a lot, but I watched that shit twice in 2 days. That shit is good as shit, yo. Doctor Sleep, yo. All the acting, the action sequences, like the suspense, the build up, and it's good guys versus bad guys. The good guys win. You see that it plays out like that, and you can see it's gonna play out like that. But it's still cool to watch how it plays out and to see which good guys are gonna live and which bad guys are gonna live to the end.
Facts, Lady Z. I'm a dog lover. I like dogs, but it's something about them cats. Yeah, they gotta watch Doctor Sleep and that other movie with Justin Timberlake in it. I know that's older, but
In Time.
That's a really good movie.
That's a classic. Like I had that shit, or I had a hard copy of that shit once. Oh yeah, we gonna get that 60 grand. Them 60 grand paintings coming, yo. You know what I'm saying? They coming. But yeah, I was watching that clip from Joe Rogan, yo. Motherfucker talking about he sold a painting for goddamn 60,000. Yo, and it's like it's a cool painting. It's a really cool style, but it's not like technical like my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know. Like, it's all about that. I don't know. It's so hard to like place what gives art its value. It's the concept of it all. It's not how good you can paint or even paint really. It's it can be a drawing or a sculpture or photography, but it's something about the concept itself which really, I don't know, drives that art, yo. but the dude shit was kind of like his technique was mediocre, and but like how Joe Rogan was fawning all over it and how he was breaking it down. I wouldn't mind talking to an artist like that, but you know, like this shit wasn't the best.
Come on.
Yeah, I had said that earlier too. Like cats have been worshipped by the Egyptians for thousands of years. Most legends say that vampires and other creatures of the night are scared of cats and fear cats. You know, and I don't know. Like several other cultures like had cats and shit, you know. But then to like domesticate them and make them small, girl, you doing all that shit. I thought I was gonna have you painting.
Oh yeah, you are.
Alright,
I'm not even using my left hand.
let me do a little bit. What we want to listen to? Let me listen to some of this what Matt was saying real quick. This says, salty caller to Matt. Shut up. I wasn't finished talking. I want to hear this dude say that.
So religion and theism aren't the same thing, but this is a theistic expression of a religious idea, which still, even if it's not specifically...
No, it's not a religious idea.
Y'all know why they be friends?
Yes, it is.
Right?
It is entirely consistent with the overwhelming majority of religion. But the fact that theism itself, the notion. So first of all, if you say "in God we trust," at a minimum, you are eliminating those people who have multiple gods and no God.
I'll be right back. Again.
But there is no law protecting that every single expression should be neutral, right? Because otherwise, I will be offended when someone refers to secular as a determinist. Right.
That's what secularism means.
Oh my
See,
God.
the purpose here
No,
is
that's
to
not
make
what
sure
it means.
that's what it means.
Secularism means
sorry. You can try and interrupt me all you want. It's not going to fucking happen. Secularism means without any influence or appeal to religious ideas, and gods are religious ideas. See, what you're trying to do is you're trying to say that the United States of America, by having this motto, "In God We Trust," is not in any way supporting a religion, but is instead supporting theism or ceremonial deism. And I'm assuming that Andrew, my God, if you keep fucking interrupt me, I'm not going to let Andrew own you the way he's getting ready to. Andrew, welcome back. Please explain why "In God We Trust" is a problem to my Canadian colleague.
Can everybody hear me now? Are we better? Is this working? Okay.
I hear you great.
I got to hear
you, Andrew.
I got to hear most of that exchange. And let me just put it like this.
Yeah.
The government of the United States has no particle of spiritual jurisdiction. Okay, I didn't say that. Alexander Hamilton said it in the Federalist Papers number 69. Our government does not have the power to wade in on religious issues or make religious statements. It is a government of limited powers, and it does not have the power to say, we the people in a God, whatever that God might be. It lacks that power. To do so is fundamentally unconstitutional. You can play with the language of separation of state and church. You can play with the language of separation of religion and government all you want. The government doesn't have the power to do that. The only way that courts have upheld it is because that they have said that phrase is, for the most part, it's not really religious. It's lost through rote repetition all religious meaning, which we all know is total bullshit. It's a wink and a nod way for them to keep it up.
But I'm fine with that because, as I said, I'm Canadian, so I don't know the intricacies. I enjoyed your book, but that's just about it. But look, what about other concepts? Like, would it violate that separation of church and state, or if you want to call it this lack of spiritual authority, for example, for government to refer to fate? Because I'm a determinist and I don't believe in fate. So, well, I don't live in USA, but if someone lives in USA who's a determinist and doesn't believe in fate, could they sue that the government isn't representing them?
You're a determinist and you don't believe in fate? It seems like determinism is someone who believes in fate.
Sorry, luck. I messed up my word. Sorry, luck.
Oh, yeah, you got it exactly backwards. It's a good thing we didn't codify that as a motto for you.
I mean, and that's the big difference, right?
I got the words mixed up.
The big difference is that I mean, Matt hit it on the head. They're codifying this as a motto. They are saying that these are the words that we live and die by, and that is a statement of it's meant to be a statement of a founding ethos, and it's not only fundamentally at odds with that ethos and therefore un-American, but also violates the Constitution and the power that the government has.
Yeah, and in the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, where it talks about the U.S. government will not make, I'm not even going to paraphrase it because I don't want to screw this up.
I'll do it for you.
The people who are arguing this will do this. Oh, well, nowhere in the Constitution does it say separation of church and state. You're correct, but the idea is there, and not just because of the Danbury letter, but because of a body of law and decisions that have been made. Because when you say that the government doesn't get to tell religion how to do its thing, and religion doesn't get to tell government how to do its thing, which is essentially what you're establishing with the separation of religion and government, that carries with it some baggage, some things that you won't be. Oh my God.
Sorry.
No, you're not sorry. You're not sorry. You're not sorry. Don't say you're fucking sorry if you just blatantly interrupted me so you can make a point. At least own the fact that you're not sorry.
May I go ahead?
I guess. See, you were in an all-fire hurry to get in here and then apologize when you're not sorry, so go ahead.
Yo, Matt be killing these motherfuckers, yo.
Appointments and home delivery. We met on cars.com.
I swear, yo. We met on cars.com.
Look, the confusion stems from the idea that here in Canada, where I'm from, we have separation of church and state. But our Constitution refers to a God, and our anthem refers to a God, and this has never been a point of contention. And that's
Well,
why
then you need to
fix
your
your
own
own
stuff, Grace.
I'm sorry, I wasn't done talking in English, right?
And
Yeah,
ours
correct, but
doesn't.
it's my fucking show.
Our Constitution is godless, and it begins "we the people." It puts power in the people. It was the first Constitution to ever say that is where power flows from. It flows from below up, not from above down. It's not based on any god or supernatural dictate or will. It's based on the will of the people. That was revolutionary, and it is an American original. Our Constitution was the first in the history of the world to separate religion and government, to say that this civil government has no religious power whatsoever. That was the first. That was original. So your Constitution might not do it, and it might not have any cause of unrest there, but ours does do it. And I want to defend it because that is one of the truly unique American things about our Constitution. And I think it is absolutely crucial to our system of laws and government. And I'll also say, I think it's absolutely crucial for people who want to exercise their religious freedom. There's no such thing as the freedom of religion without a government that is free from religion. You have to have a genuinely secular government for there to be true religious liberty.
I never disagreed. I agree with the freedom of religion. I just disagree with this ideological purity, right? Which is that everyone has to adhere to the same understanding, right? Because it seems like what you want to, not you, but your organization, right, wants to purge is reference to Christian culture from which you would say deviates, right? Or simply the idea, sorry, I wasn't done. So,
I don't give a fuck if you're done, David. Wait, have you even figured that out yet? I'm just going to put your ass on mute because I'm not going to let you ramble on and make accusations because you're saying the thing that you object to is us or somebody's organization demanding that everybody think the same. Neither of us are ever demanding that everybody think the same. That's ridiculous. So if you called in, you thought that why is everybody upset over In God We Trust? And then we explain it to you. And now you've shifted your call to why do you guys want everybody to think the same when we don't? Do you have some honest form of discussion to have with us?
I know Andrew from the Freedom from Religion Foundation, right? I mean, isn't that where, are you familiar with that organization?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not here representing FFRF. I am here in my personal capacity on a Wednesday night hanging out with my buddy Matt, and we're going to talk politics and how awful the GOP is. I'm not here representing any organization. And our country and our laws are distinct from our culture. This is the difference between our constitutional or legal identity and the popular or social or culture identity. And nobody's arguing that religion is absent or should be absent from our culture. At least not in a court of law. I'm not arguing that. But I am, and I do, and many organizations in this country do argue that religion is absent from our constitutional identity, and that holding that line is vital to upholding liberty and freedom. Not to mention the fact that it's a founding American value.
And while I'm not in any way officially associated with the Freedom from Religion Foundation, I have known Dan Anilori for years, and I have been supportive of the organization. And I'm not aware of at any point in history when the Freedom from Religion Foundation has suggested that everybody should believe exactly the same thing. So I don't know why that's a point that you're calling in to talk to us.
Spark is the virtual whiteboard you need to bring your best ideas to life. It's simple, visual, and easy to master.
Oh, wow. Just skip the commercial.
Do you not think people should have freedom of religious ideas?
We might have left them on mute. I mean, yeah, like, I don't care. People can trust in God all they want. People can trust in God all they want. I just don't want our government saying it because they don't have the power, and to do so is a violation of the Constitution. It's pretty simple.
Yes.
But that's what I'm asking. To what degree are you willing to push that? I just gave an
To push
example
what?
of things I don't believe in. Many
To
people,
push
for
what?
example, don't believe that Jesus is. I wasn't done.
I don't care. See, David,
for
this is
example,
all right. I'm gonna mute your ass again, David, because you haven't learned how this works. You make a statement, and I'm not gonna let you make a statement in the hope that we don't reply to all of them. You made a statement, and I asked for clarification on it. Why is that so difficult for you? I'm giving you all the time. I'm not hanging up on you. I'm doing nothing but asking clarifying questions, and you get upset because you want to make 23 statements that all need clarification, and I won't let you. When we talk about church and state, separation of religion and government, what we're saying is that we do not want the government creating laws that serve to favor the religious or marginalize or render as second class the non-religious. That's it. When you say, how far are we willing to push that? I'm willing to push that my government remains secular. That doesn't mean that elected officials have to stop believing in their God when we elect them. It means that their God beliefs do not serve as a foundation for the laws that they're making.
You don't get to use the power of an office that belongs to we the people to promote your personal religion. I mean, that's a pretty simple line. And David, maybe this will help answer the point that you're trying to get at, which is, and the courts have said this too. They're not going to say it. This court's not going to say it, but it's not just that the government can't endorse or hold one religion over another, one sect over another. It can't hold religion over non-religion. So I don't care whether it's Islam or Hinduism or Mormonism or what. I don't care whether it's that or something more broadly general like In God We Trust. None of that.
I would point out that I would also, not only do I object to In God We Trust, I would object to the national motto being We Trust No Gods. I would object to that too, because it's still a statement that is unsupported and religious and doesn't represent the entirety. So of all the people who are defending individuals' rights to believe, atheists are among the most stringent because we're the ones that demand and expect those permissions in order to be able to speak at all. Otherwise, we become illegal. I don't know if that cleared anything up. Yes, when there's so I'm sorry that normal conversation is difficult for you, but when we both stop talking and have answered your issue, that's kind of a pause. That is the opening to continue, not just while I'm saying hey. So,
okay, look. So, would you be comfortable? This probably relates more to Andrew, but probably you too. Matt, are you comfortable with the U.S. Justice System mandating the use of the Christian calendar? Right. I mean, but why don't you object to that?
There's no such thing as there's no such thing as.
Shut up while I'm talking. You just.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh my God, you fucking jackass. Congratulations, you're on mute. I will unmute you and I will give you an opportunity to continue, but you literally just asked me a question, and while I was trying to answer it, told me to shut up on my own show. It's very unlikely that you're going to get another call after today, but I'm going to let you finish. So there's no such thing as the Christian calendar, okay? That's not the
It's
calendar
the
that we use. There's a
Gregorian
normalized standardized calendar. That is the Julian calendar.
Yeah.
But, just because you call something Christian doesn't mean that it is. Now you may continue, David.
Okay, so
Although
I
I
didn't mean
recommend
that.
not telling you.
Wait, I just said. Huh?
I said you may continue, but I'd recommend that you not tell me to shut up on my own show.
Well, I said shut up while I'm talking. I didn't say shut up, but either way. Yeah, so
Hang
what
on.
I'm saying is-
Now we gotta
I have a lawyer. Objection, Your Honor.
Wait.
Yeah,
Exactly, John.
I didn't say shut up.
I said shut up while I'm talking. I didn't say shut up, but either way. Yeah, so what I'm saying is-
Hang on.
I
I have a lawyer. Objection, Your Honor.
Yes, it's
You didn't say shut up, but they said
Okay,
shut
I
up
didn't
while I
mean
was
it in a
talking.
bad way. I just meant it. But either way, so
I didn't mean it in a bad way. Stop lying, bro.
I support it. I don't understand why people think
I
that
didn't say
we
shut up. I
Christians
said
don't. I
shut
think
up when I'm
fighting, maybe
talking.
something. But what my point is, it seems to be that you, Matt, particularly, seem to be bent on arbitrarily combating some things, whereas other things that seem to derive from Christian culture you have no problem with. So, for example, the word goodbye, which is a contraction of God be with you, would be no
Okay.
problem to use. But for some reason, other
Correct.
theistic concepts are a problem. And you could,
That's not a theistic concept. The concept of goodbye has changed to where, so you're making the argument that Andrew just talked about, that people made about saying, oh, in God we trust. Essentially, the advocates of it are saying it doesn't really matter anymore because when people say in God we trust, it's just a saying. It's not appealing to an actual God. And if that were true, then it shouldn't be a fucking motto, because why should we have a motto that doesn't mean anything? And goodbye isn't a motto, nor is it appeal to God. The fact that you can go back to the origins of a word and show that it was someone saying, God be with you, and that when I say goodbye now, I'm saying it or meaning or intending the same thing. That is a ridiculously stupid argument.
That's like
All
when
right, I'll leave it
well,
there.
thank you both for
Basically
addressing
saying
my
don't
points,
practice what you
and
preach. He
especially
has a point, but it's
no,
like
both you, Matt, but
come with something better.
thank you
than
to Andrew. I
it's like
fully
saying,
enjoyed your book.
God bless you.
And even though we disagree,
Why would you say God bless
I
you?
want to
Because
thank you
it's
for
a
taking your time to
colloquial
address
thing.
me.
Motherfuckers say.
Am I hanging up on you or are you hanging up on me?
Yeah, because I said bless you, because it's just a habit.
Have you never watched the show before? I tend to always ask people if they're going to hang up on me or if I'm going to hang up on them.
I prefer if you hang up on me, because I think I've called
you're
before
sure?
you've always hung up on me, so I want to keep.
So you like that? You like that when I hang up on you like this?
I think David's earned it.
It's all good. If he wanted to hang up on me, I'd have been fine with it. So just for clarity, people,
Shut up.
maybe some people tuned into the hang up who aren't familiar with generally the way that I do things. I'm willing to give anybody the platform to speak and have a discussion. But it's still my show. If I'm making a point, you interrupt and tell me to shut up. That's not going to go well. And if I interrupt you, almost every time it's to either clarify, ask a clarifying question, or to say, hey, what you said just isn't true. Because if I don't say it then, we'll never get back to it. I'll let you talk for 5 minutes and I say, you remember at the beginning when you said this? And you'll say, well, that's not what I said, or that's not what I meant. What I meant was this. And then you get another 5 minutes. Well, if you want that, go make your own show.
I don't have a
call
show to be restrained.
specifically. Yeah, well,
somebody told me to shut up. I'd be
yes.
It's tempting to just hang up right there. Well
it's
done.
funny because I'm viewed as like, oh, Matt's so angry. I'm never angry on here. I'm just looking to have a conversation and do it right. We have
Hey, thanks for checking out this clip for The Line. While you're here, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and then share this with that bitter uncle.
I want to see if Brian Foster has a new video out.
Mando, thank you for coming.
He has a weird voice, but he has an indigenous wife. I think his wife is like Peruvian or something.
So that's why he's obsessed with the
Today we're exploring an ancient Inca site called Incahuasi,
He said he
which
went down
means
there
the
when he
house
was
of
a
the
teenager,
Inca,
yo. He said he got hooked on that shit.
in the highlands of
He went-
Peru,
he went
east
down to Peru,
of
he was like 17, he was
Caracas.
like, that shit was the
See
most
the
amazing
finely
shit I
made
ever
wall
seen.
on the
He
right
could
side.
He could not get that shit out of his mind. He said after college, he just moved down there. He's like, I gotta learn more about this shit. He didn't dedicate his whole
The little
fucking life to,
stream,
like,
and notice the large cutout shape
studying.
in the
He
center
finds-
of the
he
photo.
really goes there and finds
Clearly
like,
megalithic.
anything he talks about, yo, he's very
Finely built wall could very well be megalithic that was destroyed a
That
long
shit
time
does
ago
fascinate me,
and
yo.
then
Who the
rebuilt by
fuck was
Inca.
doing this shit like 12,000 years ago?
Scoop shapes
The scoops,
located in
the
that chunk
knobs,
of
the
bedrock.
giant blocks. He finds these shits. He goes all over the world for this shit, yo.
And the recycled large blocks here. The spacing between the stones on the left side, that shows that's an Inca reconstruction of an older megalithic construction. Little waterfall, and just to the left of that is where you see two scooped out megalithic works from the very distant past.
All right, guys, this one is almost done. A couple more brushstrokes right here.
Now we're going to go closer to get more detail of the large cutout shape, which is in the center viewer. Incahuasi is quite a large ancient site. Here again, you can see where megalithic blocks are still intact, and then the staircase, which was built by the Inca, utilizing the megalithic stones that they found there somewhere between 1100 and 1500 AD, most likely in the 15th century, during their expansion period going down towards the coast of Peru. Classic niches, which most people associate with the Inca, and another rebuilt wall.
What that shit looked like when those walls were fresh and just put up, yeah.
This bedrock, you can see scoop
Could imagine it.
Scoop
like
marks,
an alien planet.
probably again from the more ancient megalithic time period. There probably were stones that were in place there in the very distant past. And then this very beautiful wall you can see, which also is likely from the megalithic time period. And here damaged and reconstructed by the Inca. Classic trapezoid shapes on the left.
Aha. Another underpainting done.
Moving towards the main part of the complex, which is the Inca aspect to a great extent. There you see smaller stones with adobe mud or clay as filler. Then you see polygonal construction in the corner of this gateway. The megalithic blocks on the right-hand side, the time period. Here, reconstruction by the Inca. Again, an Inca wall, relatively rough stonework. approaching what's left of the main Inca structure. We're going to see a little bit of megalithic aspect there as well. But you can tell that this site is damaged, and then the Inca found it and did reconstruction work. Here we are approaching the main buildings. Relatively rough Inca staircase, but then straight ahead, notice the very tight-fitting, older megalithic aspect. Again, megalithic work. To the right, rougher Inca reconstruction. And this is all Inca. Again, you see evidence of clay mortar. Again, you see the megalithic part.
You gotta lift up. Yeah. I'm gonna fix it. Stop looking.
Yo, I post that thing with the dude saying the M with the ER, and this dude just say, yo, just it hit different with the ER on the end. I'm like, yeah, they love that shit.
Well, the best way, of course, to view any of these places is with a quadcopter. This is my newest one. Little tiny quadcopter called Caracas.
All right.
So the thatching is the traditional style of the Inca. Of course, that was done in modern times as a reconstruction effort.
But just a little bit, like it can be real runny because I'm gonna put more layers.
This is all Inca work. Again, you can see rough stone with mortar between the stones. You have a little bit of a sky view here.
That's good, runny like that.
And now we're off to the right-hand side. Inca buildings that we previously viewed. The copter goes towards the little stream that we saw earlier in the video.
A little ball head fingernail.
Now going off to the right-hand side of the main buildings towards Inca ruins below. The quadcopter very gently trying to go in between these two buildings without crashing into something. It's quite a feat. Able to pull it off because this new little quadcopter
I
has
might go play some
incredible
video games, son.
capabilities and
Not if I
control.
stream video games for a little while? I just might play. Yes, you do.
Hmm?
Yes, you do.
Hmm?
This nigga hate when I play video games.
And stability.
You can play video games. I just don't want to smoke the blunt while you play video games.
What?
Huh?
What do you want? You want to smoke blunt, huh?
And now we've gone beyond the main
That's whatever you
buildings.
ready to
I know this.
The little ruins we saw before in the foreground.
We can smoke in here.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'll take a nap while you stream the video game.
Because ain't nobody gonna watch that shit anyway.
Exactly, and I'm not watching it.
Now
either.
panning to the right.
Why you
The
always want me to
little
watch
rooms
you
in the
play video
foreground.
games? Is it more fun like that?
Yeah, it is.
It's nap time.
Why can't I date a gamer, yo?
Well, it's not too late.
And
Get a
then
refund.
zooming over the ruins towards the little stream.
You ain't like that?
If you want to visit this site, It's near a little town called
Why couldn't I
Waikara.
get a non-gamer boyfriend?
I could have been a
Yeah,
sports
the-
junkie.
Should have been.
Construction of
I like sports very much.
wall
I watch that shit all day
of the
long.
ruins of the little building.
Basketball is my favorite sport.
Again, relatively rough.
Fucking bad.
And then we see
Well,
the older megalithic stones
here I am.
destroyed by some
No
ancient
refunds. You passed your
cataclysm
30 days.
in the very distant
Past the 90 days,
pre-Inca
too.
times. They're again megalithic, forming into the Inca.
I'm drinking by myself.
There's barely anything in my cup.
So, I didn't think you would want a lot.
No, I'm gonna drink it. I already sipped some of it.
Once again, you see the megalithic aspect in the middle of the frame, work to the left and to the right.
Yeah, it's definitely two different construction styles right there.
I like that.
I mean, the Incas were smart in how they built their terraces and their walls and everything, but you can definitely see it was like
And
you said,
another,
they found that shit. Whatever
video
area they
flying
moved
over the
into,
little
they
ruins
found
at
that
the
shit
bottom
and they
near the
tried to
stream.
rebuild it, but they couldn't build it back the way it used to be, yo. They had to use smaller rocks and use mortar to make their rock walls stay together. When the older construction is just big ass blocks just set on top of each other, no mortar, no nothing. It was
Now,
just
the
cut so
pathway that
fucking
goes
accurate.
down to the little stream, which is on the left-hand side.
That shit's still sitting on there fucking thousands of years later, yo.
Again, look at
But
the
then once again, the
scoop
ancient
marks of this
alien theories to tell you
big chunk
fucking
of
aliens
bedrock
did that
in
shit.
front. Then what's left of the megalithic wall aspect on the right-hand side.
I gotta go on one of these ancient tours one time, yo. I want to go to Baalbek and see the stone of the pregnant woman. Ooh.
Getting a view of what's left of some of the megalithic part. No mortar in between the stones. Like a reconstruction. Zooming out a little bit. And then moving back towards the main buildings. On the left were reconstructed in probably the late 20th century by the Ministry of Culture of Peru. And a somewhat washed out picture or view of the little stream with the
Next time
big
I start
cutout
painting,
shape in the
I'm
center.
gonna do some small detailing.
Incawasi
her
in the
necklace.
highlands of Peru.
I gotta detail her necklace a little bit more. This chair she's sitting on and her bag that's hanging on the chair. And then you can see some of the table and the coffee cup right there. Gotta detail that a little more. And a part of her shirt is sticking from out of her hoodie sleeve. That purple. So that needs a little bit more detail. But not much more to go. on like the foreground, and after I get most of the details done on the foreground, then we can work on the wall behind her. I do need to come up with a set of questions for you guys so we can start getting some quiz questions so people can write their comments or quotes or sayings on the blackboard. The model herself, she said she wants to write something on this one, so that's already one comment. And then don't forget, guys, because normally I pull a lot of my quiz questions from my artwork that I've already completed. So if you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you guys should follow that. So that way, if I do have a quiz question about a piece of my art, you can. Yeah, me too. If you have a quiz question, if I do give you guys a quiz question pertaining to a piece of my art, you should have access to see it so you can answer the question. Like I would say, in this painting, what book am I holding, or in this painting, who's the other person, or some shit like that. So you would definitely need to see some of the artwork, and then I'll ask like some regular trivia questions. I have one good one in mind, and most of these, like, everybody has Google, so if you don't know the answer right off bat, you can definitely probably just Google mostly anything, and it's whoever's the quickest on the draw, I guess. So, and that's why I try to like keep a lot of shit pertaining to about my art. That way you can't like Google it so easy. You kind of have to know my art, or like I say, have access to my art and kind of look through my archives to figure out what the answer is. Because, like I say, some questions it's just whoever can Google it the fastest. So, honestly, we just wanted to come up here and chill with you guys for a little while. My main goal for today was to finish that underpainting. So now I have this project on the easel now is my current project. And I just wanted to get a few other paintings started before I finish this one. So I'm not looking for my next painting to start. So I've accomplished that. And so now we have 1, 2, 3. Those 3 paintings in the corner. They're prepped and they have underpaintings. They're ready to go. And there is this painting here is ready to go. So I have 4 pieces of art ready, plus the one on the easel. So that's 5 paintings I can work on, and I'm comfortable with that for right now. So normally I try to have like at least 3 or 4 projects ready to, go from different phase to phase. Some people will just do one painting at a time. They'll start a painting and won't start another painting until that one is finished. I don't know, but as soon as I'm finished painting, I want to be able to jump right into another project.
Why would you say that? Oh my god. How do you respond to that?
Yeah. I'm not gonna let you.
No comment?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you antagonize or make fun of other viewers in the stream, because Lady Z's been around for a while and been pretty cool so far. So I don't know the fuck you are.
Lady Z ain't no punk anyway. Lady Z gonna come back with a comeback. That's what I'm waiting on.
I buy it.
Lady Z
Question mark.
Do you even know what Lady Z looks like to begin with?
Yeah, so I don't know why you just. I don't know. That's even weird. Not even trolling the host, just trolling another viewer. I hope you know who Lady Z is, and you guys are just sticking fun. Hope you know who that is, maybe, whatever. If not, you're just weird as shit, bro. But anyway, yeah, studio is full of art, just how I like it. You got tons of personal projects that I'm working on now. None of these are commissions, or these aren't paid projects for anyone else. This is just art that I feel like is beautiful that I want to create for myself. And I appreciate you guys chilling in the studio with me and checking out the progress on the portraits. I think I'm gonna go downstairs in the living room and play some video games for a little while. I'll stream that if you guys want to check out that content. Most people don't like watching me play video games because I suck at them for the most part. And but if not, this is a daily thing for me. So I'll be back in here tomorrow.
Lady Z, where are you at? Why are you so silent?
Yeah, she probably not even there right now.
He must know her.
Yeah, why can't I see all my messages? Anyway, I'll block you next time. Yo, peace. Catch y'all downstairs.